Rowserworld. Been focusing my energy on is learning to see these, to draw my shapes and draw my ideas regardless to what the picture is showing me, because a lot of times the picture will not show you. It'll If you don't know how to look at the face, you'll try to copy the face and then you'll get it wrong, because the face can be very misleading if you don't understand that shadows and lines work together to form ideas. And if you're part of my Patreon, if you guys are not on Patreon, I'm not going to get into this really in depth with you, but if you're here and you are on my Patreon page, you remember the last videos I shared with you is a glimpse into that, how I broke down how you can take this part of the face and draw like this with those shapes that I showed you. So it's because I understand how to look at the face. So let's look at a face sort of like this one here, okay? Like if you look at her face, right? Okay. So she got that face. Well, what I do here is I would look at something like this, and then I would do something like this, right? And then I do something like this, all right? And then something like this, right? Okay. I'm just doing this real quick. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do like that. Okay. And this is just real quick, She asked me to make a little cartoon of her, right? I'll do something like that, right? Okay. So do I need to draw all of the lines exactly like what I'm seeing in the face about the eyes and all that? No, I don't have to. As long as I can look at my general dead space shapes, I can pretty much do any picture, and it gives me a lot of room for what's the word I'm looking for? It gives me a lot of room, cartooning power. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's say we got that one right there, right? So if I take this paper and I do the same thing, maybe I want to create a different idea. Let me see. Maybe I could do like this. All right, watch. All I'm doing, watch. Watch. So you see the I can, because I know how to look at the dead space of the picture, you can do all kinds of stuff when you know, like when you just know to look what to look for, and stop trying to shoot at these exact features, because then you kind of lock yourself in this box, like how she has that small chin right there. So what I do, I can pretty much, this is the bottom shape right here, so I do like this, right? So I can pretty much, check this out, I can bring this shape here, and if I wanted to just be funny, I can make it where she don't even have a chin. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to even add any of that, because I know what to look for. But if you don't know what to look for, once again, you can't create. I might foreshorten, this right here, I might foreshorten everything. I'll bring, because I made these eyebrows so big. So now what I can do, I can come up here and I can bring all of this down, because I brought everything in so much. Because this becomes now the focal point of my picture. And she has a very round face, right? So I want to keep the roundness, but if I had stretched this out to accommodate the chin, then you see what I'm saying? It would have been off right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we can just do this right here. Right. And you know what? It's not distasteful. You know what I'm saying? You can do this and she won't be mad. She'll just laugh and she said, "Oh, that's cute, but it's funny." You know what I mean? And then some most of the time I'll stay like with a real portraiture type style. That's just my way of doing it. But you know, I've been learning to open up and get loose and do a little bit more exaggerations. You know, I've been known to do a couple of more different ones from that time to time. But yeah, okay. So you see, this is, and we could try this with a couple other faces. So many things you can do once you understand how to. Hey, how you doing today, Karen? Welcome, welcome. What you want to do though, if you look at these up here, remember this is talking about choosing your face shape, right? The main thing to do, I think, is to you want to maintain shape integrity. So, whatever shape you're working with, the shape can be manipulated, but you can't. The object is not to lose the shape, because when you lose the shape, you lose the likeness. An easier way to explain that is I can draw a triangle. I can draw a triangle like this. I can draw a triangle like this. I can draw a smaller triangle, right? I can draw a much wider and deeper and longer triangle. But I still must be able to recognize that it's a triangle to be able to maintain the likeness. So let's look at another picture here. I got some more pictures here. Uh, Now, if we have this face here, okay? Now, what happens? Obviously, this face is good. And it's harder to explain it with this one because of the angle this face is at. So let's stay with something that's a little bit more forward facing. Maybe something like this here. Okay, so we got this picture here. Okay, so if we go down here, we're looking at her face. So what do we see here? Okay, to me, what I'm looking at here is pretty much this shape here. So I'm just gonna try to watch this. Okay, and then I'm looking at this. Something with a flatness here. Okay, so you can see how you know what I mean. Now from here, all I'm doing is I just draw a little bit of eyelash here. All right, real simple. And then I'll go here. Look. Okay. Put a little bit of eyeball right on the limb right there. Okay. And then I'll draw this shape here. I'll just kind of copy that. And then I just come over here. And once again, I'm studying. I use the dead space. I don't use features. Dead space is I use where there are no features to tell me how to draw the face. I don't look directly at features. I look around. I look at what's around the feature, and then Then I can tell you what feature I'm drawing. Like real people, right? If you hang out, if you see somebody, and you look at their crowd, right? You don't even need to know who they are anymore. All you have to do is look at who they're hanging out with, and then you can tell who they are, right? Right. So it's not a. Once again, this is just more about and Karen, that Oh, this lady looks scary. Okay. Yeah, it would. I was just doing it for the face, but just to show you. Okay. Uh, and then now what I'm doing is I'm looking around the face. I'm looking around the cheeks, and I'm looking at the eyes, and I'm looking at what's around this here. And so what I'm seeing here is I definitely see a round nose. So, and I also see a button nose. So if the term button nose implies something, like a button is small in comparison to, if you look at a shirt, right, you'll see buttons look like this. That's why they say it, a buttony kind of a nose. So we want something that's, button means small in comparison to the things around it. So all I have to do now is I'll usually attack the very point of the nose, or this shape here. I don't ever usually, oh, sorry about that. I don't ever really just go right into here first when I'm drawing a nose. I'll always shoot for this part of my nose first. So I like to play with my distances from the eyes. So I'm looking at that too. And if you really look at the eyes itself, not the eye shape, but the eyeball, right? That black eyeball with the thing, this part right here. Look at this. Not the whole shape, but this. And then you look at it in relation to this, and what do you know? It looks like a triangle, doesn't it? So if it looks like a triangle there, all I have to do is go here and make me a triangle that's kind of almost the same distance away from the eyeball itself. So you can see now I got my likeness like I want. All I got to do is put some little freckles there, and it's already starting to look, already just looks like her. You know what I'm saying? So that's something right there. I just, interesting. Okay. Little practice time with the Rouser today. Thank y'all for coming out. How was church today? Did y'all go to church today? Everybody went to church? I went to church. I played today, man. It was awesome. We had an awesome service today. Awesome service. Okay. So you know what? Let me distance. Okay. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video tutorial. If you did, don't hesitate guys to go ahead and give us a like. Also guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notifications button. This way, when we put up new material, you'll be the first to know. If you have any questions about our markers or pens or paper, and you'd like to know where I get some of the materials that I use here on my art stream, there's a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And also guys, we'd like to welcome your questions and comments so that we can get some new ideas. It's always good to have new fresh ideas for our next and upcoming videos. Oh, and don't forget to check out these 2 super cool videos right here. So guys, thanks again for your love and support of our channel. You guys be safe out there. And as always guys, I wish you happy cartooning.